We are back.
Who knows what's going on with these? Hey, we restarted. If you can shut comments off on YouTube. Thanks, bud. I gotta learn how to do that. We're being blocked in here, Pat. Trapped.
I'm gonna need to use this again real quick.
Okay. Trapped like rats. That's from the South. That's from Wizard of Oz, by the way.
Do you have the app on your phone, or do you?
363, I copy to the abandoned vehicle on Margaret. Thank you. 2031.
Yeah, both those phones can. We're definitely going to have to invest in a booster. Where are we going? Where's the downtown car going?
Higher ground.
5:30, I can start that way.
St. Paul Saloon's going strong. Like I said, there was a fight here earlier tonight. I believe this one.
Where's the ad? Is he inside the building?
Okay.
Use it to correct some unkindness.
Bravo 396, where's your location?
Hey guys!
Hey.
Have a Dorothy Day. 435 Dorothy Day, please.
Are you inside or outside?
Outside.
530, you copy.
Copy. One to 5:30. What's the situation or the call you're going to?
For an intoxicated party.
Copy.
Even though Pat and I have relatively friendly personalities, not everyone appreciates it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. How's it going tonight? That's a lovely vest top you got on there. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. What is that on there? What kind of? Whoa! They should have been able to see you with that on. Take what? Grove Street? You mean where the jail is? Well, that's not nice to take people to jail, is it? Yeah, well then we would have.
169.
169.
Transport an adult male to 700 Transfer Road.
700 Transfer Road, 2033.
One 6-9, can you go to Forest? Copy.
So obviously that large group decided to move down the street, right, Pat?
Yes, they sure did.
That wasn't our intent, but say hi to this young lady. She's on the phone.
Well, she rolled her up.
So, little argument going on there, or? There's a party going on here. It's like a hall, I think, right? Where you rent it, or what?
I think so.
How's it going? I like your hats. What's the occasion? What's the occasion? How are you? Nice to see you.
Mickey Frosty niece.
You are so nice to see you. Yeah, we met once before, right?
Yeah, you bought Fletcher, ain't you?
I am. Yes. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Jasmine. We having a party. We just making sure we checking everybody, making sure everything is good.
Yeah, I'm glad you're having a party.
Yeah,
What are the orange hats for?
These orange. What orange?
No,
hats?
those two women have orange hats on there.
Oh, they're just matching outfits.
Imagine. Oh, wait, what kind of party?
A sweet 16 birthday party.
Oh,
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, but it's nothing going on over here.
How
If you
did
on
Mickey-
live?
how
Hey,
did-
live.
We are. Hey, how did Mickey get such a beautiful niece?
I don't really know. Mickey's so mean. I love my Uncle Mickey.
He's wonderful. I love Mickey.
I'm talking about Bob Fletcher.
How are you?
Hi.
How's it going? What do you got?
Bob Fletcher, the real high-speed
What are we
chaser.
collecting?
No, these is just wipes for people that's
Oh,
coming in for the
you're being smart, COVID smart.
party. COVID smart.
Very good. Nice. Hey, what? Street 16. Who turned 16?
My cousin.
Well, if you need anything or if anybody's like disrespecting the people in charge, you call us. Okay.
got you.
You just call 911. Say, send Fletcher over.
Send Fletcher.
Fletcher over.
Got
yeah.
you.
Fletcher over. Oh, good girl. All right, we'll see you guys. We'll be around. Oh, hi. How are you? How are you? I love your eyeshadowing. I love your eyeshadowing. Are we buffering it all? Are we good?
Okay.
We're good.
Hey, girls. Who's 16?
It's
Your birthday?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We got to get you a party. Get in front
Yeah,
there.
it's your birthday.
Get in front there, birthday girl. The birthday girl. There we go.
133. 133.
Well, happy birthday.
16 years old.
Or 288.
Mickey Frost, her uncle, he runs the 8 to 18 Truth Center over. How's it going? Good. What are you guys up to? Huh? You were following us before. I saw you guys up on that alarm call. We were going to arrest you for burglarizing it. But we knew you guys didn't crawl in that little window. All right, good to see you guys. Hey, stay safe, okay?
On scene, could you add
Stay safe. Great
898
to see
Victor
you.
Bravo Mike to the call, please?
Always a pleasure. She's sitting there watching. I've got one. So anyhow, Mickey Frost, her uncle, I think I mentioned him before. He runs that 8 to 18 Truth Center at Selby and Lexington to outreach to kids that are dabbling in gangs.
Yep.
He and I met when he was 16 years old. I don't know, it's got to be now 35 years ago. I coached him in basketball, in the original Night Moves basketball. And so he's doing a wonderful job. And then to get to see his
369 at
niece,
Happy and Route to 1643 Park
it's a
Lane.
small world, isn't
Color
it?
Hurst,
Yes,
45
indeed.
shots coming from Idaho Street. Time delay.
Regards to a couple of comments, no, that was not a bar
Happy?
they were at. That's a private hall that their parents rented for the
Down,
Sweet 16.
down the street from the St. Paul
2038.
Saloon, not,
Right.
not in the same exact building. And nobody was. They had people checking at the door, and nobody was intoxicated that we talked to.
No.
They're just having fun for a 16-year-old birthday party.
The phone that we did have in that had buffering issues has some image stabilization built into it.
133 copy.
This phone does not. So there is going to be more shaking to it, and there's nothing we can do about it, folks.
No, but we're on Earl, and Earl was
disseminated to Maplewood squads. There's no calls on their side.
resurfaced, so we don't have as many potholes as the old days.
For sure.
I was kind of hoping that the new 5G network for that new phone wouldn't require us to get a booster, but wish I had a present for that young, sweet 16 girl. Somebody is impatient with our driving. Pull over. Ask him, do you have any gray papoon? There's like a pizza place. There's a pizza place at White Bear and Old Hudson, right?
I think so.
White Bear and Old Hudson. What is that one? We've been in that lot before. Go out there and just double check.
Remember.
Maybe we could bring them some pizzas.
Be cool.
For a birthday party. Oh, you know, we could grab some carbonis right down there, and our favorite carbonis, and run them out there. That would be good.
Yeah, that would be good.
There's also a Domino's. The Domino's, no, where's the Carbonis? I wonder if Carbonis is even open. That's the thing.
You just set up right now on 5G or LTE?
I switched it back to LTE because, I don't know exactly. Hang on a
Carbonis
second.
any seven?
Hey, are you guys open?
Yeah.
Can I order 5 pizzas to go?
Yep.
2 cheese, 1 sausage, 1 pepperoni, and 1 everything.
And they're all large, right?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. So 2 cheese, 1 sausage, 1 pepperoni, and a special with sausage.
Yeah.
Pepperoni, green pepper, mushed onions.
Yeah, and I'm in the car. Is it okay if I pay when I pick them up?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the phone number?
651. Hang on a second. Mute us for a minute, will you, Pat? All right.
Bravo 396, 204, please report. 4.
There's a lot of people I know that watch us, and well, not a lot. There are some people that say, well, why are you spending so much time there? Well, we go where the people are, because our job is to make sure the people are safe.
Yep.
You know, if we were to patrol warehouses, that's fine, but we're protecting the warehouses, not necessarily the people.
Plus for 2100 EOT, squad 356.
So, and secondly, in today's world, besides protecting the people in the area that we're at, we like to build relationships with the people.
That's the main focus of what we're trying to do here.
And if you're building relationships with the buildings in a warehouse district, that's not really furthering our overall mission. So that's why we spend a lot of time talking to people. And, you know, we're not, I mean, we do run to calls, the alarm calls we run into, robberies, chases, etc. But when there's time,
Clear for Dorothy Day. Can you send me a DOC, please, for 310 Sherman? I believe that's the art farm.
we're trying to figure out
They
the,
always have the bar in the back part not there.
I can get you to the, I mean, there's a million theories about why that phone buffers. It could be the 5G, it could be the 4G, who knows?
And we're buffering again.
I'm just pulling up here. I'll let you know.
Let me just see if I can. I'll stop here and see if we can figure something out.
536, this will be a
It's a little unusual.
That way it is 530.
All right, data options. So they got 5G on, and sometimes I tend it to LTE, and it makes it better. I don't know.
Should we try it?
Well, that one's working okay, right? It's just
Well, it just came back.
it's just. Well, we got a couple options. We can get a booster. We can change the bit transmission so it's not as crisp of a picture. I really don't want to do that. You can try to stay in areas with better transmission rates.
Seems like you just never know sometimes, though.
There is a piece of equipment. Someone could be intentionally jamming us.
Can you show us out of the
Ah.
office,
There are cell phone jammers that
47.
they actually use them in law enforcement nowadays in case we need to go on a warrant and jam a place so no one calls someone else. It's a complicated piece of equipment. I'm imagining that's not happening. But as the night goes on, there'll be less people on their phones. A lot of people, the thing that nowadays, a lot of people, they're in their houses, their primary television is their phone.
Yeah.
You know, so they're not even, they've dumped cable, and they're just getting their phone over the LTE. There's a new phone system coming, a small cell phone system where AT&T's kind of leading the way, but there's going to be very small cells, more of them, basically. And I forget what they call it. It's one of our listeners will know. But when that happens, it's a game changer. But they'll be like, instead of having every half mile having a major antenna or mile, it'll
Right.
be every 2 blocks.
Okay.
Similar to what Minneapolis did with their Wi-Fi system throughout the city, but this won't be Wi-Fi. It'll just be, I forget the name of it. Small cell. Well, thanks for coming back with us. We're sorry if we were buffering for a while. We're watching sunset.
We were on the 5G on the other phone. We weren't on the LTE, so that's not the issue.
I think every phone has a little different reception antenna base to it. You know, the other thing you can do, people have said, take the cover off the phone. Increase the base of the antenna, which is the phone itself.
Oh, yeah.
Try that if we have to. That's from my old CB radio days. Oh, are you on 2, you said?
Yes.
So I got 5 pizzas, but one of them's for you, Pat.
Now that's a beautiful sky.
It is. See, the sun sets in the west, but technically this is sunset on the east side.
Yes, it is.
Sunset on the east side. Let's see if I can get the capital in that picture. I don't think I really can I?
Just the very tip top of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. No, it's hiding behind those trees over there, I'm afraid. I mean, let me just say there's nothing better to ruin a beautiful sunset than an interstate.
5:30.
5:30.
This is GOA 536.
Copy 2022.
How's our transmission? Okay.
So far, so good. Take that back, Lorna. No pineapple on my pizza.
No way. You might get booted off the Facebook page for
Man.
pushing pineapples on us. I love pineapple though, but it's a sweet delicatessen, not a cheesy, salty one.
No.
Olives, green olives, I'm with you. Black olives, onions, green peppers. All good. We are waiting for the calls.
They're coming.
There were a lot of cars out there on 35 that were just driving by.
Mm-hmm.
Today was drug turn-in day for your prescription drugs. The Sheriff's Office participated with Faith Lutheran in Frogtown there. The DEA nationwide program to bring your unused prescription drugs, especially ones that have controlled substances in them. Painkillers are the #1 controlled substance, but we can really help reduce addiction if we can keep those options out of the hands of some young users.
362, I copy en route to 1372 5th Street on the alarm. Residence is not on scene. It's covering interior motion. Advise that we were there at 2010 hours. 2050.
Now we started the pineapple on pizza argument up all over again.
Just remember, you can argue about pineapples, but be kind to the pineapple.
Absolutely.
Shared this reboot with your friends. Please do that before it gets too late. Greatly appreciate that. In a strange way, I'm feeling good about how crime-free the city's been the last week or so, right?
Yeah, definitely. Feels like the St. Paul we used to know.
There's a nice view up there of downtown St. Paul, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty soon all these trees will be blooming. We won't get to see this view.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Now that's a good view. You're about to see a great view of the Capitol here.
I don't know if with those trees in there, if they can appreciate it, but it's
It's kind of far off.
that sky is beautiful though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I think it's almost more beautiful on the
Your case number is 082 367.
Yeah.
956.
Carboni's is really my favorite pizza. I mean,
Mine too.
there's, I mean, obviously
Absolutely.
Savoy, excellent, you know. My son likes, his friends they like Domino's, you know. And I don't, I mean, it's okay. I don't, but the kids are big fans of Domino's.
Yeah,
my wife likes it too. I mean, everybody's got a different
different
piece,
tastes.
different tastes. But I like when they're cut in smaller pieces. Like Domino's will send you a large pizza and you'll get 8 gigantic pieces. Just seems to go faster that way.
I like the Minnesota style little squares.
Yeah, I agree 100%. So you guys, can you backseaters there tell us, do you want a square piece of pizza or do you want a triangular piece of pizza? And if you want triangular, it's got to be stiff enough to hold itself together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Juliet, I'll be 10.
Copy. 2058.
So there's a callback at that alarm call we were at with that young man, and I don't know. I mean, they checked the house. There was no forced entry, but there still is a motion inside the house, which is interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
To 1174 4th Street, apartment 303. For a disorderly, it's going to be a dispute between apartment 201 and 303. I did look back, it looks like we were out there at 4:17 hours to deal with these two parties disputing. It sounds like the neighbor may have stolen a TV when he borrowed.
Yep.
2059?
License code.
362.
Are you able to check to see if have any contact information on that?
Affirmative, let me double check.
So if you're just joining us, you're a new viewer, I guess we should probably introduce ourselves more often, and I'm hoping that people our fellow backseaters can
362, I found some
let
from an
people
alarm
know
on 329.
where we
I sent
are,
the
what
phone
town
number
this is
to
it
the
for real?
yeah,
We get all those questions. Are these real cops? Is this a real patrol? Yes, and yes. And so, my name is Bob Fletcher. Thanks for joining us. We're on patrol in Ramsey County. Right now, we're in the city of St. Paul, which makes up the southern half of our county. It's a capital city here in Minnesota and a sister city. Well, maybe we don't want to admit right now that we're a sister city. We'll just say across the river city. Huh?
There you go.
Well, the better city. This is the undisputable better city.
As far as I'm concerned, you got that right.
You know, definitely got the blessing because, as Pat says, St. Paul is mentioned in the Bible. Minneapolis is not.
And there you have it.
There you have it. So, I've struggled with that verse in the Bible. You know, I'm sure some of our viewers are familiar with the story of Jacob and Esau. And in those Old Testament times, the blessing of the father was usually passed on to the oldest son.
Okay.
This Old Testament story, of course. And you're familiar with Abraham and Isaac, etc. Well, there were two sons in that lineage, Jacob and Esau, and Jacob was the younger, but he wanted to have his father's blessing for his life. And feel free to correct me, viewers, because it's not that I'm not a theologian. I never claimed to be, but I obviously remember a number of stories pretty well. But it was time for Esau to get the blessing from his father. His father was blind and couldn't see too well, so Jacob actually, because Esau had a lot of hair on him, beard and hair, Jacob
Bravo 584, have a nice night.
put some
I had 2103.
fake hair on himself, and his father ended up giving him the family blessing. And there's a lot of morals to that story about blessings being passed on from a father to a son. But there's also the question of deception, you know. So when I get to the pearly gates, I'm going to ask God about that. That's on my list. There's a lot of other things. The pineapple thing is on my list too. Why do people like pineapple on their pizza? So if you're from outstate, there's our beautiful state capital. Send us a picture of yours. We will put our state capital up against any in the country.
Oh, absolutely.
Might be the most beautiful state capital here in St. Paul, Minnesota, against that beautiful night sky. Just a thing of beauty. Thing of beauty.
That's old.
Information Squad channels 10-3, attemptedly tied at 2 at 2103.
Well, let's go get the pizzas.
Yeah.
Forgot to bring your jar of jelly beans from Kenny Brennan.
Ah.
Bravo 396.
Bravo 396.
You can clear me advised with 530 and Toy. Back on my detail.
Copy at 2104.
Does anybody...
Well, you can sure notice the shakiness difference.
Yeah. Well, as soon as we get a little later, we'll switch back. That's what we end up doing usually. I don't know why that works that way. It might not even be the phone. It might just be, some type of buffer that builds up over time.
Right.
Or if we put that phone back on 4G, maybe we're okay.
Yeah. Try taking that case off, like you said.
Just keep experimenting, huh?
Yep. We'll get it right one of these days.
Well, we started out with just a simple plan. Actually, that was the name of a movie, wasn't it? A Simple Plan.
Yes, it was.
By the way, the Oscars are tomorrow night. And I got to be honest with you, because of COVID, I didn't see many of those released movies.
There weren't a whole lot. A lot.
But and I don't know enough about. I did look at the nominees today, but I don't know enough about the movies to comment intelligently.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a whole lot came out last year.
Well, there's a pretty good list of nominees, but
Really?
yeah, it's anybody, you backseaters, you got any favorites for Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actress? Any of those? Send us the name of your recommendation, and then we'll see how you do tomorrow night. So, Best Picture, Best Actor, Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Actress. I heard that song on. What was it, Rachel McAdams in that Norway show where they go to that singing contest for the European Scandinavian singing
I
contest.
did not see that one. And I'm a Rachel McAdams
I
fan.
think that's her. She's in that. But the other guy, oh my goodness, who's the guy in Elf that we don't love, but we endure him?
Oh, Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, yeah. Will Ferrell's in there as well. I heard that song got nominated. But hey, educate us, backseaters. Give us some tips on the great movies and great acting and actors this year. And Pat, you watch those comments.
I'm watching.
We're downtown St. Paul. Headed to Carboni's to pick up some pizzas.
Now, this has been working pretty well in the...
Bravo 396.
So we're going to try LTE, you're saying?
Can you put me on a DOC
Well, that's
again?
what we're on. But the other phone was on 5G.
So we're
It's
gonna-
supposed to flip to LTE if it's having problems on 5G.
I gotta go down.
Okay.
That's why I don't know why it wouldn't.
Copy, would you like to pass it back?
So how about
Yes,
when
I'll
you
take
go
one.
in and get the pizzas,
You want to try to switch?
yeah, you get that set
Pass
however
squad to Dorothy Data.
on the auto or whatever it is.
Did this continue on the same stream or did it?
I think it'll continue. Yeah, this one did.
Copy 2109.
And Bravo 296, I'm at 7
See if you can
and
get that cover off the muscles.
7:10.
Oh, can't hurt,
Copy
right?
76
Yeah.
plus. And Bravo 396, is your party by chance have a stick?
7th and Bush.
Yep.
Truly, it's different calls. I'll go to Eagle Exchange, almost there.
Copy. There's squad back 208 on Eagle and Exchange.
I think I did is-
White male walking on the street carrying a large stick.
I didn't swipe that out after you closed it until you were booted.
536, we're headed that way.
Okay.
So
Copy.
when you do
2109.
close that off, just leave it on the red circle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
526, you
And
can
then boot the
cancel
other
the
one and
charge.
then close that one after you got the new one going.
Copy 28 and be clear.
I think that helps it carry on.
The things I'm seeing, I'll just stay in here in case.
Copy, I'm seeing.
I didn't have a pizza already today. My son, you know, we got one of those rotisserie pizza makers.
Mm-hmm.
You got one of those? You cook
I do not.
16 to 18 minutes. I'd say it's probably one of the best inventions I've ever had.
I've heard that.
You don't have to put them in the oven, and they cook them perfectly. Somewhere between 16 and 20 minutes, it's done.
Nice.
So my son bought lots of matzo pizzas.
Oh, those are good.
A lot of cheese. Which, if you like cheese, which everybody does, you can't really go wrong. I usually get the thin ones at Jack's. Sort of like an appetizer.
Mm-hmm. So we want to go auto?
I just go. No, I moved it to LTE earlier. I'd leave it on LTE.
Okay.
But that's just me. It just seems like we're not really having much luck with 5G period, right?
Right.
I think if you put it on LTE and you just use the it has more to do with the antenna system. Supposedly these new phones are supposed to have better antennas. So, I don't know, just be aware of this car here that pulled in ahead of us. Hopefully it's a delivery car. It's not like somebody didn't know we were coming.
All right, folks, we're going to log off for a minute here. And hopefully we're going to go back to the other phone.